Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, this is a weird video that we're gonna do today. I have the tarot equivalent of writer's block. That can happen sometimes when you do this every day for your line of work. And so I wrote a community tab post on here for everybody to weigh in with what they would like to see a tarot reading done on, and I said no guarantees that I would be able to do your idea or that I would be drawn to your idea, but give me your ideas and we'll see what connects here. So we've got some ideas here. Thanks to y'all. We're gonna dive right on in. I'm mixing a couple of those together in this one video, and of course I have it on my handy dandy sticky note. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful. So if you're down with that, join the family. We'd love to have you here. And in addition to subscribing and clicking that notification bell, you can become a member of the Perk Squad for 5 extra perks, including video shout outs like this one. Shout out to you, LDC. Shout out to you. You've been a member for a little while now, and big hugs to you. Thank you for being a part of the Perk Squad. Love to have you, of course. And old Penelope over here matching mama in pretty pinks. And the lip color's supposed to be pink, but I don't think the camera's picking up on that. It looks more like a coral here as I'm looking at the screen. But it's supposed to be bright ass pink, okay? My camera can't do neons. So if you've been hiding in a bucket somewhere and not here on the channel recently, we've got a new launch here, which I am going to show you right here. So, if you're interested in having a Penelope of your own, or a tea with the tarot, or a love you mean it shirt, then, or hoodie, or mug, or whatever the hell, check out the link. You'll see merch and everything on my website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. So, let's go ahead and pull up the cards over here so we can get started. Alrighty, here we go, and we'll move this microphone, right chair. Yes. Okay. So, people wanted. Oh, that's a nice time to pronounce the T and wanted, but say it in a damn southern way. You can't have both, bitch. It's either wanted or wanted. Boom. That's how you gotta do it. People wanted to have a more light-hearted reading today. We've had some heavy ones lately, and I'm sure we've got some heavy ones coming up in the future too. And so people wanted to have a little light-hearted one today. That's what we're gonna do, and we're mixing together some people's questions. So, per my handy-dandy sticky note here, which you can almost read, people have asked about the Bermuda Triangle. What's going on with that? Is that like a thing, as rumors have it, about how you disappear in the Bermuda Triangle? Is there like some weird portal with that? Is it just people just get lost? Whatever. Then people were asking, is the moon landing faked? So that's an interesting one. Is the moon landing faked? We're going to look into that. Others were asking, is Atlantis real? Was there ever a city of Atlantis? It's considered a lost city of Atlantis. Was this ever real? And what about mermaids? Are mermaids real? What's going on with that? So we're looking into these. We're having a lighthearted read today. We're going to take a peek at all of that here. And let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to start here with the Bermuda Triangle. So, spirit guides. What can we know about the Bermuda Triangle? Is it just that people are just getting lost and there's nothing more to it? Or is there some kind of weird spiritual something or weird phenomenon that's happening with the Bermuda Triangle? Like, what do we see with that? These are going to be real interesting questions to ask here. And I personally have never researched it. I have no idea what people think has happened in the Bermuda Triangle. All I know is that there's like the rumor mill of people go lost and why. So very interesting here. Before we're even going to get into context around this, we're looking up here and we're seeing some cards like the moon card here talking about that there's some hidden things, some things about the Bermuda Triangle area that are not well known to people, maybe not proven to people. So there's some secretive stuff there. We're also, interestingly enough, getting the Hierophant in reverse, which is usually a card that I come up with for like institutions, sometimes for governments and things like that, and they're coming up here in the reverse. So there could be some weird government thing going on with the Bermuda Triangle. I have no fucking clue. I don't know about this stuff. And again, let me go ahead and say, this is all alleged, just my interpretation, okay? Before I even get down here, what's with the government thing about the Bermuda Triangle? What the hell? Okay. There's some, okay. Allegedly, just my interpretation. I don't even know, like I said, if there's theories and stuff out there. I don't know of any of them. I know people claim to get lost. That's all I know. But this is looking like there's some government thing somewhere out in that area. Or something associated with the government or known by the government or something that has happened in that area. This is something that it's like they feel like it's an area where they can do something, this is carpe diem, seize the moment, take off and do what you please, that could negatively affect some people, icing these people out, so if there's a way that you want to disappear people, that could potentially happen. Maybe, again, all alleged, just my interpretation. That's interesting. I've never personally heard of anything like that. Have any of you? Has any of you out there researched the Bermuda Triangle and you've ever heard of a theory that sounds like this? I have no clue. I swear I have no clue. There's apparently a woman that would have been involved in this some type of way, and a man. The woman is a good person. Somebody that maybe could have been a quote-unquote victim or something of that. I don't know what I'm allowed to say over here. This guy would be a bad guy. A bad guy. Who's the bad guys? Cops and robbers. It looks like somebody this is a guy that would be a rich and powerful guy that would be making some decisions, knowing some things, and he's got his own self-interests, or maybe some interests of whatever this organization is, if it is a government or, whatever it is. So this person has their own interests and they use that area to carry some things out. There's some sort of collaboration around that, so there's people that know about that. This is a working relationship. Again, it could be government stuff, it could be military stuff. I don't know for sure. This is all alleged and just my interpretation. So yeah, and here again, secretive. So there's some kind of a secretive thing going down there. That's one component to this. Very interesting, but it does show this idea of people missing, going, just gone. So what are some ways, other than what we're seeing here, what are some ways where these people can just be gone? What might happen to some of these people? Okay. this is like literally just kind of getting lost. So some people that get lost in that area, it's just literally that there's nothing more to it than that. It's like literally the sense of direction maybe, or just not really, maybe not having enough fuel in an airplane, or maybe just getting, again, lost literally with sense of direction. Maybe something like, they can't keep going and they crash into the water. I don't know, but there is some sense here of just like actually literally genuinely just getting lost some kind of a way. So there's a literal component to this as well. Anything else that we can know about? Anything else? Oh, okay. Some kind of control, some kind of money thing. So there's some weird stuff here about potential, like kind of how we were looking up there. There's some weird things here, like money and control and stuff like that. Again, what are people doing with people out here? I've never heard of this. I don't know what the hell people are doing with people out there, but it's some kind of like, there's people that are self-important, prideful people, that have done some not so good things out there. Maybe they're doing not so good things out there because they feel like it's, substantially hidden enough or something. I just, that's very interesting to see that. Yeah, this card sometimes comes up when people don't make it back because they are no longer living at that point. Okay, then in general, in terms of any theories around, spiritual stuff or portals or things like that, is there anything to any of that whatsoever? Anything to any of that whatsoever? There is a weird possibility about that. That's interesting. I kind of didn't expect that. I mean, obviously I believe in spiritual stuff and I believe in stuff that can't be explained, but I kind of wasn't expecting that. This star card in reverse sometimes comes up when we're talking about supernatural stuff, when we're talking about aliens and stuff. Are there any theories about supernatural or alien things that happens around the Bermuda Triangle? Because if so, this card sometimes comes up to represent that. This card can sometimes represent that. This can be this is a confusion. See, we're looking out in the world and we're trying to plan things here. It's almost like this forms a triangle with the three sides with the person and the two wands. And it's like we're looking out on here, but in the reverse, it's like we're getting confused by that. We're getting disoriented by that. So it does look like there could be some sort of a disorienting thing in that area. I don't know if this is all the time or if this is just some of the time. I don't know, but it looks like that can be a possibility. And again, this card sometimes comes up. You've seen it in the past in my readings that talk about extraterrestrials or supernatural stuff. This stuff can come up, and this is a travel card in the reverse. So literally stopping travel, making travel impossible. So I'm seeing at least three different kinds of things going on about the Bermuda Triangle that they're bringing up right here. Well, the triangle has three sides, so it's interesting that they're talking about three different aspects here that they're bringing up around that. Very interesting. Does anybody know anything about any of these potential theories? Put them in the comments below, because that has piqued my interest. I was never really interested in the Bermuda Triangle. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't care. But damn. Let me pull these up so we can move on to our next question, so this video won't be too long on any one particular item or topic. So let's look at here the second one about, is the moon landing faked? I don't know anything about, I'm guessing that means there are people who think that the moon landing is fake. And, I guess there's a possibility maybe it was. I don't know. We're going to take a peek into that. If there are any theories around how it was faked or why it was faked or anything like that, I do not know shit about that. And I think that that's probably for the best, so that whatever comes up here is whatever comes up here, and I'm not influenced by that. And again, this is all just my interpretation, okay? So, we're just wanting to look into, spirit guides, what we're allowed to know about whether or not the moon landing was faked. What can we know here about that? see. Come on, one at a time here. One at a time. Okay, and let me see. Any context cards on this? This. And do I want anything else? This. Okay, so this is very interesting here, what I'm seeing. I'll put it this way. I don't know that I would go as far as to say that this was faked. I don't know that I would go so far as to say that from this. I wouldn't use the cards that I have here and the way that I have them here to be, you know, some conclusive thing to say that it was faked. But what I will say that surprises me, okay, y'all are asking all kinds of questions where I'm finding shit out that I'm surprised. I will say that it surprises me that there's apparently more to the moon landing than what we know. There seems to be some stuff that there are people who are in the know and we don't have that information. I don't know why. I don't know for what purpose anyone would want to do something like that, but just getting into what I'm seeing here. Star card in reverse is an interesting thing to see here because it can kind of talk about some difficulties in getting to the stars, getting to outer space or something like that. So I don't know if there were some difficulties, some challenges in making plans to do that and to get there. The moon card in upright talking about some hidden agendas. So there could be something about going to the moon. Okay, it's the moon card upright. It could be talking about that there's something about the moon card upright that is hidden, that there's some hidden agendas around this, because that's what this card a lot of times stands for, hidden agendas. And you see these two towers here, and you see these two different dogs on either side of this path. Sometimes that's referring to two different entities kind of going back and forth. So I don't know if there was some kind of a territorial thing between like the United States and somebody else about the moon, or if there was some kind of he said she said about something relating to the moon that they felt like they had to keep secret, or something, people having a certain agenda that they have something to prove or something they want to do or something they want to get out of this some kind of way. And that is interesting to see here. And with the Six of Swords in reverse on it, that can talk about some kind of an issue with the traveling to the moon. So again, I have not, first of all, I was not alive when they first went to the moon. I have not, watched that footage. I just know of the quote about the one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, or something along those lines. I remember hearing those infamous words played over. I did not know that there were people that theorized that this could have ever been fake. So I don't know anything around this, but it does look like there's some kind of, perhaps hidden agendas, warring factions, maybe territorial groups or something that made some issue about this. So it wasn't as simple as, we want to go there. Okay, let's go there. Boom, we did it. Great. It seems like there could be, perhaps even politics, some sort of a political thing, again, between countries even, that could have something to do with this. It does show here too, with the Ace of Swords in reverse, this is a truth card, so with it in reverse, there are some fibs, there's some lies, or misinformation, or things where people aren't completely honest about something, or maybe they are just, some lies by omission. Like there's some things that we know that we're just not going to say, or something like that. And this Eight of Pentacles is kind of working on that. Like, let's work on the story. What are we going to say? What are we going to say? So again, I'm not saying that the moon landing did not happen. I am not saying that. Very well could have happened, but I am saying there's something around the idea of going to the moon, then the actual tangible making it happen, the trip to go there, and then the reasoning and all this kind of stuff. I do see there being more to the story than just a nice, cool, innocent, scientific, let's do this for fun. There's something more to it than that. Which I'm like, what? I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised with anything I see in the cards anymore, whatever. I'm seeing the Emperor card here in reverse, Five of Pentacles upright. So some kind of, again, this person here is controlling. They want to have control over the situation. They want to ice some people out. Those people could be us, the general population. Ice some people out of what this is. This Justice card in reverse is something illegal. And the High Priestess in reverse, again, hidden secrets. So there's something here that I would say its legality was debatable around the idea of the moon landing, and there are some secrets around it. So I do see something hidden that we don't know. Again, I don't want to say that correlates with it never happened. I don't know that these cards would be conclusive to say that it never happened, but that there's more to it than just let's have a fun scientific discovery. Let's go there and put our flag and say cool, thumbs up, and go home. There's some intricate shit here, and it feels territorial and it feels secretive, and I don't know why, but that is interesting as hell. Okay, just one more little thing on this before I move on. Okay, what are we allowed to know about what the secretive stuff is, or why, or anything like that? Just any last little things. Ooh, Judgment card in reverse, World card upright. So again, what we were saying, where it felt like possibly different countries, the World card. So more than just U.S. stuff. This is other countries. So there was something going on between multiple countries. So possibly multiple governments or something like that had some kind of a stake in the idea of landing on the moon or something like that. And some people made some bad judgment calls around this. So yeah, there's something weird with this, and it doesn't just involve us here in the States. There's some other countries that are involved in knowing what these secrets are. If you happen to know about this, have researched, I guess, about this stuff and have some speculations, then feel free to put in the comments what you're speculating about this. And I guess I'll say here, from all of these things that we're looking at, again, we're just speculating. This is just all alleged, just our interpretations. Please, nobody be getting feisty and rude and ill with anybody else. There's no need for it. And if anybody is wildly inappropriate, then between me or a moderator, your comment's going to get deleted anyway. So, keep it kind, keep it useful some sort of way. But yeah, there's some weirdness over this that I was not expecting to see here. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and pull these up so we can ask our other questions. So the third question people were asking in the comments for, these are supposed to be lighthearted readings, but we're finding some things that feel a little bit scandal-ish, and it's just kind of weird. But go fucking figure on this channel. But Atlantis Atlantis real? Is it really a lost city of Atlantis? Was it ever real, or is it fake? I don't know much about Atlantis. I know from what I've heard, it was some kind of either really advanced society or really spiritual society or both, and that it would have existed with some sort of beings a very long time ago. And so I think that that's a cool idea. I have never gone down that rabbit hole either, but I have an awareness of what the lost city of Atlantis is, things of that nature. So let's dive into that, spirit guides. What can we know about that? Okay. Okay. Let's go context card over here. Damn. Context card over here. Okay. Just remember, all alleged, just my interpretation. It looks like whatever people are thinking about in terms of Atlantis, I don't see anything here that would tell me that's not real. I don't know if it's exactly what people think or exactly what people have described. I don't know all of those things, but when I'm seeing some of this, they're giving me a lot of people cards here. They're giving me these something going on with these people as if they were some kind of, inhabitants. And then we've got this female here, another female here, another male here, as if these are people that would have been, two females and a male energy, people that would have been I guess important in that society some kind of a way. This does give credence to something that would have been a long time ago, and the Seven of Swords kind of is talking about, and again, I don't know like if there's a story to it of this is why we can't find the city, or there's a fairy tale of somebody did something bad and then the waters rushed over it and it was gone, or I don't know if there's any kind of a tale associated with this place, but there is some idea here that there could have been a person or some line of thinking or some spiritual force or energetic thing or something that could have started getting in the way of what they had, because this is like a very happy, healthy, whatever type of existence. And this is like, okay, now we're introducing something that doesn't feel so good. This is something that feels a little sneaky or feels a little self-serving or, things of that nature. And it's like, now that we're introducing this to the mix, we end up interacting with these characters in the reverse. And so I do see some kind of a possibility here of some sort of existence of this. And this is kind of interesting that it looks like there was some kind of a happy, healthy thing that got tainted by whatever this is, whether it's, a person, a movement, an ideology, or whatever that, again, self-absorbed, agenda-driven, has their own thoughts about it, kind of sneaking around to get what they want. And it feels like this kind of tainted it for everything. And I guess was the catalyst for things starting to become ineffective or break down or not go as well. Something that kind of messed up the flow. I see a little bit of a messed up flow here. So it does look like there's a potential for something along those lines. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. So to our knowledge, I don't know. I'm going to ask because I don't know. I was going to say, has Atlantis ever been found? Because to my knowledge, I've never heard of some big thing, be like, breaking news, the lost city of Atlantis is found, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I've never heard such. So I'm going to ask. If it already has been, then I'm sorry I'm, asking this, but I'm not aware. So, is there anything like this that has already been found or discovered or something along those lines? This is kind of like a no, not really. So this is, like you've seen before, information not passing from one to another, some kind of a way not having access to things, and then not having the power to. So there's some kind of there's something here blocking access to knowledge, power, information around this. So maybe there's some inferences out there. Maybe there's some leads that people have, good leads. But in terms of making any kind of definitive thing, it looks like, as it relates to some kind of information, power, understanding, there's some kind of blocked access here that we don't have the ability to obtain. And so no, we haven't found what that's referring to. And again, I don't know if whatever they're referring to here is what matches our idea of what Atlantis is, or if it's just speaking about a lost civilization or an ended civilization or something like that, that what we would now kind of label as Atlantis. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm getting here. So that's what we're going with. And again, I'll let you just my interpretation. All right, last one. Mermaids. It's an interesting one. I never thought I was going to be pulling cards about mermaids, but here we are. Here the fuck we are. So, okay, we're going to do that about mermaids here. Let's give it one more good shuffle here. Okay, so, spirit guides. What can we know about mermaids? I guess. Okay, well, that's a very interesting first step, is to give us the devil card. That is a very, very interesting move there. And I really thought that this was like, lighthearted reading, silly, simple, fun stuff to just play for a day. Let's just play a little bit. And then here I go getting into stuff that I'm like, fucking really? So let me get some context on this devil card over here. Well, shit. Tower card over here in reverse. Let's get drop some cards here. Let's get, okay. Wow. Just gonna get started here. Again, I'm not getting anything here that would indicate, no, absolutely not. Mermaids do not exist. So I'm getting some indication here that there's something to this. However, I have a feeling from what I'm looking at here that this isn't like the, Ariel Little Mermaid of the world, where we have this beautiful woman upper body and a fish fin thing for its ass end, whatever. I'm not necessarily saying that this reading guarantees that's out there. I don't know that. But when we get the devil card up here, which is like having some sort of extreme control over something, and this 10 of swords here in reverse, so some kind of like painful ending to something, and we have the 8 of swords here kind of keeping things trapped and hidden, and here's this guy, card here, whoever this person is, it seems to be, the swords energy, again, all about knowledge and, intelligence and knowing things. It seems like there's some person, entity, whatever, that would know something about this, but it looks like however this information was handled really shitty. We get that like, look at these cards. Whatever this is handled shitty. So let's say people know about something, but they don't want to say it. Or let's say people know about something, but they can't prove it. Or let's say people know about something and they've done bad things. God forbid, bad things to hell, even mermaids. I don't know. So what we're seeing here is Knight of Cups, and again, I haven't researched the idea of real mermaids. Obviously, I've watched cartoons and videos and stuff with mermaids in it and things like that. Every little girl's like, I want to be a mermaid. I've been a kid in the pool, putting my feet like this, acting like I was one and shit like that, even if my ass can't really swim. And so, whatever. But I haven't, I guess I've just never felt called to be like, are mermaids actually real? Where are they? What do they look like? So I don't know if there's shit out there that people know. Again, I don't know. I'll let you just my interpretation. But the Tower card in reverse with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Again, this is some kind of when the Tower card's in reverse, it's always an internal Tower moment. It's always somebody being like, whoa, this can't be it. This can't be it. I was always under the impression that this was true, but now this is true. Whoa, I can't. And so they have to tear down their old belief system and build something new up in its place. But here we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which is again, not passing information from one hand to another, not passing information on. So this could be people that have had discoveries, but they feel like they have to keep it to themselves and they can't say anything because they don't want to be the crazy person. There's some people up here that, again, have had some kind of control over this situation that, could have done some bad things. Again, when we get that Star card here, a lot of times there's that reference to extraterrestrial type of stuff. So there could be some kind of a supernatural, extraterrestrial, whatever type of component to what is going on here with this. So I don't know that I'm completely bought in to the, there's an Ariel and Little Mermaid, and we all have this happy little village under the sea looking like Aquaman stuff or whatever. I don't know that I would buy that from what I'm seeing here, but I am seeing that there could be people that have seen stuff and it rocked their worlds. People that have seen stuff and haven't shared things for any number of reasons why they chose not to share things. And this Devil card is a very interesting thing up here. I'll get a little bit more on the Devil card, kind of where they're going with that piece there. Yeah, control and the Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands. So again, here's two Pentacles cards, control and money. So there's something weird around control and money with this subject. I don't know why. Again, why would you have any kind of control and money thing around this? Maybe people are like, let's suppress what people might think about it because we like to have this idea of what this is. Or maybe there's control and money around it because it's like, hey, there's nothing sinister going around here. We just can't, we don't have the money to go searching for this and have full control over what we're going to find and if it leads to something and, X, Y, and Z. And so maybe there's money involved where people feel like I don't have the money to take a good look into this or something like that. So there's a lot of weird things that have come up in this that are very curious here. But it looks like there is some sort of a thing that I guess you could consider a mermaid that has some sort of existence. I just don't know what exactly that would be referring to because, again, I don't necessarily think of it as being like Little Mermaid Ariel under the sea. Maybe there's and this is just me, talking out of my ass here, but maybe there's like some point at which some people were, back in evolution developing into this on land stuff, and maybe some people during evolution started developing into water adaptive stuff, and they're somewhere deep down there. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I said I was just saying that out of my ass, but there's some kind of unique idea around this that people are trying to kind of keep some sort of control over. This does not necessarily, to me, again, make me feel like there's some for sure guaranteed existence of what we would consider a mermaid. But it does look like there could be something that has that type of, I don't know, element to it, facet to it, look to it, that type of smarts or something to it that could be out there that there's kind of little awareness of, and again, don't know what these added components here are, and it was very curious to see that devil card at the very beginning. So, weird shit here, y'all. Weird shit here. Again, this is all alleged. This is just my interpretation. This is, us just having fun, pulling the cards, shooting the shit together. Nothing too serious. Wanted to have, somewhat of a lighthearted day about it. Again, tell me what you know, if you know anything, if you've gone down any kind of rabbit holes, what types of things have you seen in your rabbit hole journey? And again, anybody that wants a private reading can book a private reading with me, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. The link is in the description box below if you want to book a private reading with me. And yeah, I reckon we'll put a B-roll video here at the end, and this was interesting. I'm very curious about your thoughts. I'm especially curious if you're one of the people that has researched any of these things, and that what kinds of theories are out there regarding any of these things, and what people might be speculating about, what might be proven, what might be not proven, any of that kind of stuff. I'm just interested. Let's all just be doing it in the comments with a sense of play and exploration, knowing that we're just, talking and throwing ideas around, and nobody's saying they know the truth and this is exactly what it is and how could you be so dumb to think that and blah 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 blah. Let's just play. Let's just have a little fun moment. I'm curious. Alrighty, y'all. So don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye.